the first, I don't know, 10 to 30 seconds, nothing gets picked up.
Sometimes it gets picked up earlier and sometimes it doesn't, so we don't know when to start talking. So if it doesn't start,
when it started, please let us know, because I've used some of my best jokes that no one's heard.
Yeah, seriously, we'll start off with so strong and then it doesn't catch on. So I don't know, it is what it is. I'm Gabby, this is Pat. Pat is the dealer principal here at Brantford Kia, and we have 3 stores, Pat.
We have Brantford Kia, Brantford Hyundai, and Owen Sound Hyundai. And guys, we've had a crazy week, which is why we missed filming yesterday. We're filming late today.
Yep.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to work at a car dealership, we highly recommend it, because no day is the same.
Yep.
You know, 15 minutes ago, all behind us was jammed with cars. We were doing deliveries. We're having fun.
I had 2 deliveries at the same time, and we finished probably 20 minutes ago. So
yeah,
that's why we're late today.
Now, Gabby, we do these videos for 3 reasons.
3 reasons, just like our 3 dealerships.
That's right.
So number 1 is you could be a Kia or Hyundai owner. You want to know more about the product, know what you're driving, and just see the value in what you have. You can always watch our videos, find out tips and tricks. We do a bunch of Kia and Hyundai classes, features that you may have not known about your vehicle.
The second reason is you may be in the market for a car, and we want you to consider Hyundai and Kia. So we produce content that shows you the value of these vehicles, also some of the neat features, because we want you to consider buying one. And lastly,
number 3, just like our 3 dealerships, we want you to consider buying from us.
If you're in Ontario and you're going to buy one anyways,
why not with us? We shot a video yesterday showcasing how we deliver our vehicles here at Brantford Kia. So we have a truck and trailer. It's sitting right outside over there. Definitely check that out if you want to know more about that. It's a really cool thing that we do here. But let's get into this car.
Okay, so...
or I should probably show my usual process.
Let's just tell everybody to skip to the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, so if you're watching in the future, if you're watching this in the future, let me know how it is. If you want to join us on our next live, we typically go live on 2 p.m. every weekday. Of course, some days, like today, we go a bit later. But you want to go to the Kia Hyundai channel on YouTube, refresh it at around 2, and then it should show that we have a live video. All you have to do is select it like you would a normal video, and then you're in our live chat with us. You're in our live feed, so you can see us as we're filming, and you can comment in this chat box if there's anything you want us to showcase, any questions you may have, and we can see it in real time. So let me just skip this ad here. At the end of these videos, we typically dedicate 10-15 minutes to answering your guys' questions. So if there's anything we missed while we're going around the car, we'll circle back then. But let's get into it. So under the hood is a 1.6-liter engine with an IVT transmission. Now, if you go to build and price this vehicle, you'll also see it's available with a manual transmission. I don't think we've received really many of those, but this is the popular trim. This is called the Ultimate. So 1.6 liter, like I mentioned, the horsepower is 121 and the torque is 113. The main, I guess, value point I would mention about this vehicle is it's got good space, decent headroom, and it's so good on gas. It's not all-wheel drive, it is front wheel, but it does have traction mode, so snow, mud, and sand. I'll talk more about that once we get in. First thing, let me turn on the lights, because this trim level has beautiful LED daytime running lights and headlights. Also mention that the headlights are active cornering, so if you go to take a turn, the headlights will move with you. It is raining here in Brantford, so we had our wipers on. Let's turn that off real quick. So check those lights out. Ignore that beep too. I'd say it's a very, very funky design. So your main headlight unit is down here, and then your daytime running lights are right over here. Very, very bright. The cutoff looks fantastic, and I think the Venue has some really funky styling. Pat, what do you think?
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everyone. I know this color is it's of course more, mature, just not as out there, but this vehicle does come in a very, very bright blue. I believe there's a red as well too. And it even has a 2-tone paint option. So if you really want to stand out, you can definitely do that with the Venue. We'll come to the side here. We have beautiful 17-inch alloy wheels. And this wheel is exclusive to the Ultimate package. On our mirror here, we do have a turn signal indicator, which is something I love the Hyundai adds, just extra safety. And then we do have blind spot detection located in the mirror as well. It may be a little hard to pick up because of the reflection of the paint, but that will turn amber and indicate that there is a vehicle in your blind spot. Of course, you have that on both sides of the vehicle. This trim does have push to start, so with your key fob, not only can you lock and unlock your car, you can also remote start it, which is great if you live in Canada because we get cold and hot, and then your panic button. Also, if this key is on you, you can press this little button that's kind of hidden onto our door handle. It's hard to see because it's black. and it'll lock or unlock the car door for you depending on if it was locked or unlocked before. It is a crossover hatchback type vehicle, so you have a pretty good amount of legroom in the back. We'll showcase that as well. Venue badging on the back, Hyundai logo, and our beautiful reverse lights and lower lights. We'll open this up. There we go. So this is removable. It's just a cargo cover so no one can see what you got back there. You just unclip it and then you can store it even underneath here. Under the floorboard, we have a real spare tire with your kit to install it. And you can see we have a really good amount of room back there. So what you can do with this is drop it down and have it flush with the tire. So now you have more cargo space. Now I'll close this up. I will point out that there is no handle on the Venue to close it, so that's a little interesting, but it's not too crazy. Now we'll come around to the side, get another good look at the exterior. I really love how, you guys should have seen this car 15 minutes ago. It was covered in rain, so I think we did a pretty good job. Leave a like if you think we did a good job cleaning it up. All right, now I'm gonna hop inside. I'll have Pat join me on the passenger side. All right. And I did mention earlier that this vehicle really puts an emphasis on fuel efficiency. So it's rated at 7.5, and for a smaller SUV, I'd say that's quite good. For the seats, we have this leatherette and cloth mix, and you got some design elements on here. So here you can see kind of more of a glossy black line running around the seat, and then it translates to white up here. You also have white stitching all throughout the seats, and that goes to the back as well too. So they didn't just forget about the rear seats. Everybody gets some design elements. Now, for your dash here, you'll notice we also have these white kind of accents around your vents. And then this material, it's not just a smooth, soft edge material, it's all textured. So I'm trying my best to display that, but you really have to be there to see it or to understand it. I'll have Pat join me in here real quick. So driver and passenger seat are both manual. Power seats aren't an option in the Venue at this point. However, this screen is standard, so no matter what trim level you get, you're always going to get this 8-inch display. You do have a beautiful backup camera, so let me demonstrate that really quickly. There you go, with your guidelines. So as you turn your steering wheel, it'll actually move those lines with you to show you exactly where you're going to end up when you park. One of the benefits of this screen is that Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is wireless. So you just connect your phone to the Bluetooth, allow CarPlay or allow Android Auto, and then your maps, your music, everything from your phone is all projected onto the screen, and it's seamless. So every time you get into the car, you don't have to do anything. It just does it for you. I love it. Over here, you have some real buttons as well too. So rather than cycling through your screen, you can just press setup to go there. You do have a blank button with a little star. That's your favorite button. So if there's a certain menu or setting that you always find yourself going to, it's a quick shortcut to get there. Seek and track, media, and radio. You have a beautiful volume knob, and I really love the blue accents around it. At nighttime, this vehicle looks really nice. The cabin is phenomenal. Then down here, we have our climate controls. So it is automatic climate control, which means I could set it to 21 degrees, press auto, and it'll take me there automatically. It won't go any higher, won't go any lower. So it'll just keep everything nice and stable. You don't have to use automatic climate control. You could just set it to whatever temperature you like, and it will keep blowing hot or cold air. The directions of your fans, front, rear, and then the speed of the fans as well. I'll turn that off so there's no extra noise. A USB here and a USB-C on the right. So this is going to be your media and connectivity USB. If you're going to do a software update or if you're going to listen to music from a USB, that's what you're going to use. And this one is great for fast charging. So a lot of newer phones come with a USB-C instead. So it's really great that you already have that built into your car. You don't have to buy an adapter. For your gear shift, I think this looks a lot like a manual transmission's gear shift. I really like the design. It's pretty easy to hold. Park, reverse, neutral drive, all that. And you do have Tiptronic if you do want to manually select your gears. Heated seats for driver and passenger, 3 different levels as well, and they work very quickly. And then also a heated steering wheel. If you live in Canada, you know the value of a heated steering wheel. It is so nice, you don't have to wear gloves in your car, which means you can actually touch your screen. All right, for drive, you have 3 different drive modes, so I'm gonna cycle with it here, and then Pat will focus on our dash, so you can see we have Eco, Normal, and Sport. And see how it changes the color of your gauge cluster? I love it. So personally, I love the look of red around my vehicle, and you can actually manually select it to just show red if you don't want to see the green or the blue. Now when I press this down like a button, it cycles in traction mode. So if you're in the elements like snow, mud, or sand, you can cycle between those 3. One thing with traction modes, you can't be in, let's say, sport mode and mud mode at the same time. So it's one or the other. If you're in a traction mode, you can't be in a select drive mode. It would just be normal. And this, of course, will help the traction of your vehicle prevent, I hate this word, but slippage in those conditions. Here we have our parking brake. So it's not an electronic one. It's the good old crank one. And then here we have our center console. So pretty standard size center console. It's quite deep and square shaped. So you can get those little screens or covers to make it fit a little bit better, whatever you put in there. Cup holders, like I mentioned. And before we hop out of here, I just want Pat to show the glove box and the little storage compartment above it.
Yeah, it's got a little storage compartment right here to put books or glasses or whatever, and then here's your glove box.
I would definitely say for glasses, because there is no sunglass holder in this car.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then one more thing before we head into the back. This feature offers, or not this feature, this trim level offers a power sunroof. So you can open it up. There we go. It was raining outside, so I'm hoping no water dribbles in. And you can also tilt it up if you don't want too much air in your car, but you want a little bit of, you know, some fresh air. There we go. All right, now we'll head out and hop in the back. And Pat, I believe you moved your seat back almost all the way, so we'll leave it like that to show what it's like with tall passengers.
Okay.
Even I moved my seat back pretty far, so I guess we're both seeing what tall passengers like. So if you are a tall person, you have quite a good amount of legroom or headroom. And then for legroom, I'm pretty comfy. These seats are well reclined as well too, so it's a comfy seating position. In the back here, there's not too much going on. I do like how they continued with the leather and cloth mix. The center pieces of the seat, where it's cloth, they really let you kind of sink in. It feels like a couch, so it's very, very comfortable. It still feels very open, so it's nice that you have these big windows. You do have a storage pocket back here. No USBs or air vents, but it is a smaller vehicle, so you get all the air back here still. And it is an open hatch, so if you do take this cargo cover out, you do have access to whatever's in the trunk as well. All right.
Would you show the passenger seat, just how it adjusts?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me go around. So for driver and passenger, you can adjust, of course, how close you're sitting to the dash or the steering wheel if you were the driver. Let's close that. Okay. All right. So to adjust the seat closer, there's a bar at the very bottom in between your legs, so you reach in and then pull yourself closer or further. On the side here, where is it? Oh, we have our back control. So we can recline or unrecline. This one doesn't have the height adjustment. It's only going to be on the driver's side for the Venue. Some vehicles, though, it will have a separate lever here. Some Kia and Hyundais where you can crank it up and sit a little higher, sit a bit lower. All right. I'm going to take the key with me so she doesn't beep. Now let's see if we got any questions.
All right.
So I just saw, I think I'm tripping. I heard center console soap.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Yeah, you're tripping. I personally hit the gas with my hair. Hi, Pat. I emailed your website asking what's the update on Nero Hybrid. Thanks. Do you have any update on Nero Hybrid?
We think that the first batch of Neros are coming in March, and we know that the first production was EV, and so we know that the majority of what we're going to sell and what we're going to get allocation for is EV. Hybrid and plug-in, hybrid's actually going to be our lowest allocation.
Yep.
Plug-in hybrid's our second, EV is going to be our most. Now, I was talking with my friends at Kia Canada, and guys, we are seeing exactly what I said. We're starting to see a lot more inventory to fill the funnel, and so we're going to have a bunch of product that isn't spoken for, and so once we have the VIN numbers and we know for sure that they're built, we'll put them on a specific page on our website in case anybody's interested in those.
We'll start doing that again?
Yeah, we know that we're going to have Sportage, Seltos. We may even have some Sorento. We have some Sorento coming. We just have to check and see if they're sold or not. So once we get our allocation, it should be good. I know we have a Seltos EX Premium that's incoming that isn't spoken for. So if anyone is looking for one of those, they're really hard to get. And yeah, we've got one coming like within the next month.
I saw, what's the gas consumption rate? So this is 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers. That's our Canadian spec of it, though.
Does the Venue have direct equivalent on Kia side? So this is on correct me if I'm wrong, but this is on the same platform as the Kia Soul. But certainly
There's some differences for sure.
there's some pretty significant differences.
Yeah. Let's see. The Venue is too small for the Bear. No, Teddy will fit in there. Let's
All right,
do
let's
it.
find out.
Teddy's like finally happy to have a job again. He's been out for a while.
Particularly when you put the floor down a little bit lower. Oh yeah, no problem.
There you go.
Teddy is in the game.
Teddy's staying there.
You can even close the door. So
Yeah.
look at that.
See you, Teddy. I saw a question that said, which would you prefer, the Soul or the Venue? I think I like the styling of the Venue a bit better, personally.
Oh, see, I'm the exact opposite. I like the styling of the Soul better.
I
But,
think you're just Team Kia.
yeah, like Gabby's probably a little more neutral. I mean, I work at Kia every single day.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate to.
Well, so do I. I work here every single
Oh
day.
yeah. Okay.
What
I
are
don't
you
know,
talking
maybe
about?
I've been with Kia since 2004, so. I'm fortunate to be a partner in the automotive group, so I'm a partner in a Hyundai dealership also, and we love their product.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things I definitely like about it, but when it comes to Soul versus Venue, I'm definitely Soul.
Airbags, good question. I'll try to figure out the exact amount. I don't know the exact amount of airbags in it.
I think it has 6.
6?
Does the Soul come with, I saw the question, but then it went down, so just give us a second and we'll answer some of those.
All right.
Ioniq 5 or EV6? Yeah, EV6.
EV6,
Definitely.
yeah. I love the
styling's
styling.
way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the retro look that the Ioniq 5 has, but the interior and the sportiness of the EV6 wins me over for sure.
When I look for a part, I find that Kia and Hyundai have different prices. Why would that be? Well, they are technically separate companies, but interestingly enough, they're identical part numbers, and a lot of times they're identical parts. And so
Not all the time, though. Should mention that.
not all the time, that's right. So we know that if it's cheaper on the Hyundai side, we'll actually get it from Hyundai. If it's cheaper on the Kia side, then the Hyundai dealers will get it from
us.
Kia. But they're all in the same warehouse. So that's a good question.
Wasn't there another guy hosting this channel? Even though Gabby and Pat are doing a good job, do you know why Kia fired him? We did not
Oh, we
fire
didn't
him.
fire him. He moved to a different province.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're still friends. Yeah.
He's multiple hours away, so it's not exactly close
no.
for him to work here, but no, Peter was not fired.
No, not at all.
The Kias that win over Hyundai, Soul, Sportage, and EV6.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
Yeah. Let me scroll up a little bit.
Any thought about the Ioniq 6 and will there be a comparable Kia model? There will be, but they haven't really announced anything. I've seen some pictures. They weren't, we went to a meeting that took our phones away from us. We had to lock them up because they were showing us some product that, is under publication ban. And so, yeah, we have some cool EV product coming. I've seen pictures. It looks amazing, but they haven't given us a whole lot of data on it yet. So, but if we find something out, we'll tell you guys for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 100%.
Venue is a fun, lightweight crossover. It's so easy to turn Venue into revenue by adding 2 extra letters at the back. Yeah, revenue.
Any word on the 24 Celtos? I think the first job for Canada is March, which means that May is when it'll arrive. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever noticed, I'm just looking at the very top comments, like the first ones. Whenever I start a live, because we always preset the live before we start filming, I always, because it goes to take a photo of your face right away, and I'm not putting a photo of my face. I always do my thumbs up, but it stayed up longer this time. So yeah, thumbnail.
Yeah, literally a thumbnail. Oh, that's funny.
Any plans to lower prices on EVs to match Tesla's price drop?
You know,
we spoke about
we
this
talked
yesterday.
about this yesterday.
Yes.
So I don't think so. No, I think that I'm surprised by what Tesla did. It doesn't make sense to me. So from what I understand, if you look at Tesla's profit in the previous years, it's been from selling carbon credits. And so depending on what country the vehicle sold, if you have to have so many credits to neutralize your carbon footprint, basically. And so with Kia, Hyundai, other brands selling EVs, they don't necessarily have to buy credits. And so I think Tesla's trying to pump up their volume to make a profit in manufacturing, not just based on these credits. So they dropped the price, which I was surprised. Now, Kia and Hyundai, like we have such demand so far for the product, there's not going to be any price drops. In fact, someone said that in Australia there was a significant price increase. So, yeah, Kevin N always has some good comments actually. Says the sales were dropping like a rock. That's why they did that. There you go. Do you ever worry about battery degradation long term with your EV6?
Do you? I don't have an EV6, so.
No, I don't really. I mean, it'll happen, but I haven't seen it yet. So,
Is there a manual in the base model? Yes. So the very, very entry level to the Venue does have a manual transmission, and then you go up a step and you'll get the IVT. So.
2018 Santa Fe has constant condensation in the headlights, still under warranty. I have videos and pics. How do one get this replaced under warranty? Okay, so we had a bulletin come out from both Kia and Hyundai about condensation in the headlights and how to some degree that is normal. And so basically, I'm trying to remember the exact spec, but it's something like you have to have your lights on for 15 minutes, and that should eliminate all of the condensation. And if it doesn't, then they would expect that to be abnormal. But otherwise, it is normal operating conditions, so they won't just go and replace your headlights. So.
By the way, I did some research on my old Sedona. I miss her. She saved my life. It actually came from y'all. And got a USB conversion. Speedo and gauges. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay, that's awesome. What car do you guys own? Pat has the cooler car, but I still love mine.
I mean, I drive an EV6 and a Telluride, but I guess technically I probably own them all.
Yeah,
Until
you own mine.
Until you guys buy them.
I just drive a Forte GT line. I love that car. Let's see.
I scratched my Sorento. Any idea on how to get a scratch off the side panel? It's not super deep, but it's noticeable and only about a foot long. If it's on the color part, you just want to use some rubbing compound, and that could take the majority of it out. But I mean, it's kind of hard to answer, but that's what we would do.
Gabby, are you going to have the new Hyundai Staria in Canada? I don't think that's coming in our lineup. I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah.
So it might just be a different market.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what that is in Canada, actually.
I'm gonna scroll up
it may be a car that's just a different name, but I'm not 100% what it is.
Let's see. Any Kia Hyundai electric cars in the future?
Yeah.
Yes, tons. Lots. Oh,
yeah,
a lot.
just about every segment will have EV, and whenever they do EV, they seem to do PHEV also, other than EV6, I guess. So, yeah. No more manual transmission Venue offering Canada starting from 2023 model year, unfortunately. Gabby, is that right?
I did not get the VPOG for it, so I don't know.
Oh,
but I got,
my fault.
yes. Let's see.
Kevin's had some interesting comments about Tesla, that they can't automobile plants. He went and drove the Model Y because EV6 and i5 have such long lead times. Hey, Kevin, so just so you know, I think what I've been saying is going to happen. In Ontario, like, we've pretty much sold through the original batch of sold orders. And so this is kind of like, there's probably some from February, March of last year that are still outstanding. Left. But depending on trim, like it seems like it is improving. So I don't think it's going to be 2 years, I guess is what I'm saying. It still could be a year, but I don't think it's going to be 2 years. And once again, that is my opinion.
Yes.
It is based on what I know at this moment. In the future, you guys can tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong. But
since you offer a delivery service, can someone buy a vehicle from you guys without ever stepping into your dealership? Yes, and it happens more often than you think. We literally just did a delivery yesterday, if you saw yesterday's video, where he was never here. We did everything over the phone, online. He watched our videos. That's kind of how he heard from us. And then me and John drove to Mississauga and delivered the car right at his house. So it's a cool experience. We've also done Ottawa as well, so longer distances too.
We do have to, there's some stipulations that if you're financing, our bank requires, because we have to verify. Will Telluride ever be offered as PHEV? Well, it's going to be an EV. It'll be EV9. It won't exactly be a Telluride, but it's going to be that size, and so that comes out this year.
Let's see. You go.
Question about EV. Do you have to precondition the battery on a daily basis living in Canada? No. No, I mean, where we are, like we're further south than some places in Michigan. So
Yeah.
we're kind of in the sweet spot of Canada where we get 4 perfect seasons and we don't often get minus 30 degrees. So we really don't know.
Yeah.
If you're plugging into a DC charger, then the battery has to be a certain temperature. And so that's where your preconditioning would come in if you're going to try and fast charge.
EV9 is going to be hot. When's the reveal? Do you think they'll have one at the auto show?
I think so.
Okay, so me and Pat and I think Tim and maybe Charlotte.
Yeah.
Did she say yes?
She said yes.
Awesome. Okay, so the whole gang's getting back together. We're going to be at the Toronto Auto Show next month, and we're going to film as much as we can.
Yeah, we're going to try and get into some of the product that isn't out yet.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Will the Santa Fe get a hybrid?
Santa Fe has a hybrid.
It has a hybrid.
Yes. We've done a video on it.
My Carnival's out of the shop now.
Oh, that's good. It was damaged. I think someone keyed
Yeah.
it, if I remember correctly.
Sorry, Santa Cruz get an EV.
Santa Cruz get an EV.
I think that vehicle as a plug-in hybrid or an EV would be awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool. I don't know.
I have not seen anything on that.
Yeah.
So
That's something I would buy.
my data on Kia tends to be a little bit better because I know most of the guys at Kia Canada and gals. They're all great people. So I tend to find stuff out. Some stuff they just refuse to tell me because they know I'll tell you guys, but that's okay.
Let's see.
If we missed any questions, feel free to punch it in because we have to scroll when we're chatting, but we're doing our best to answer them. So, are you guys going to be at the auto show on press day or public day? We should do a fan meetup.
Oh!
We're going to VIP night, which
Yeah.
is the Thursday night, and we will be there. I don't know if I'll be there for press day, but you will. I've got a Kia meeting, so.
Which day is the press day again?
I think it's Thursday morning.
Okay, so it's the same day.
I think.
Okay.
It could be Friday morning. I'm not sure. But
Okay.
VIP night is, we're definitely going to be there. So that's where you get dressed up. You got to wear a tie. And
I'm going to wear a tie. Just kidding.
Yeah. I got to wear a tie.
Chances of Kia getting a supercar.
Well, so who is the Croatian supercar builder? And it's absolutely awesome. It's slipping my mind. Hyundai Kia made a major investment in their company, and so anything can happen. You know,
You never know.
It's an EV supercar that was on Top Gear that they lit on fire. Oh, why can I not remember it? Anyways,
Let's see.
starting price for a Kia 5 GT.
Will you be doing a meet and greet at the Toronto show? I don't know. Well, it depends.
If you guys want to meet us, sure.
If you want to meet us, I guess, yeah.
We'll be there. We'll probably be in the Kia booth or the Hyundai booth.
Yeah.
So feel free to introduce yourself.
Will all the new Kia electrics from now on go by the name EV, EV6, EV7, etc., except Niro and Soul? I don't know.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, we have EV6, we have EV9. Those are confirmed, and we know we have 4 more EVs coming.
Yeah.
So that's my guess.
But
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to call like the Soul, for example, or the Niro. You think they'll just leave that as Niro?
Well, Niro already has a pretty good brand following, so they'll leave it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like zero emission, Niro emission. Yeah, Rimac. Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to remember.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you popping that in. So if anybody wants to see an incredible supercar, the Rimac is absolutely incredible, and Hyundai Kia made an investment in that company, and so anything can happen.
Okay, auto show ticket giveaway.
You're going to give us a ticket? We already have one.
Awesome. Genesis pickup.
No.
Won't happen.
No.
Sorry, a bunch are coming in. What do you think about the K900? Pros and cons. I've never actually had my hands on one. I've read about them, I've seen videos on them, but I've never had one here.
Yeah, so when K900 came to Canada, they had what was called a premium strategy. And so basically Cadenza and K900 only went to major metro markets, and dealers had to invest $100,000 in signage. And my thought was, you're going to invest $100,000 on something you're only going to sell 4 of. So I was not interested in that, so we've never had one.
Okay.
Now the car is great.
Yeah.
But we've never sold them, and it was the right move because exactly what I predicted happened.
There's
Now,
none of them out
EV,
there. Yeah.
on the other hand,
Yeah.
when it first came out, they said there was going to be such limited production, and I put my hand up, paid the money for the tools, added the franchise, because not every dealer is an EV franchise, and that worked out because I'm a fan of the product, and we sell them.
Yes.
So
We
yeah.
sell lots of them. Wish New York had a channel like you guys. It's amazing to hear and see all daily. We love Angel. I always see you on our live, so thank you so much for being a loyal subscriber. Even if it's a car that you're not necessarily considering or interested in, you're just always here, and I love it. Thank you.
So John's got an interesting question about the Palisade wireless charger. Do you know if it's sealed or waterproof? It concerns me that it's in an open area
With the cup holders.
Huh. I think we're going to have to come back to that one. Like it has a
Yeah.
rubber mat on it,
Yeah.
but it also it has a fan underneath it to cool the phone. So there's venting there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do an experiment and pour some water down one and see what happens. No, maybe not.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see what we can learn about it and then report back, but I don't know if we should experiment on it.
What's the real life range of the EV6?
The real life range. So you drive one every day. You would
Yeah,
know
so
this is the answer to this best.
I drive a bit like a grandpa, whereas Gabby does not. And I can get over 400 kilometers to a charge. So what the stated range is legit. In the winter, I haven't gone on a long trip in cold weather, and typically your range is restricted a little bit there. So I don't know. Yeah.
I think having cars with turbos or hybrid makes cars very short lasting. Naturally aspirated V6 or 4-cylinders will last forever over these new vehicles. I mean, if you want to keep it over 5 years. Your thoughts? I've had my, no. I don't necessarily agree with that. My family's owned mostly naturally aspirated Kias, and obviously they've been super reliable, but I mean, friends of mine with turbos and...
One of our coworkers has just sold her 2011 Optima Hybrid, and she drives in from Oakville, so it lasted no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Need for Speed, Gabby. Yeah, this girl knows how to drive fast. Yeah.
That's why
she's not driving a Stinger, everybody.
Yeah, whenever you guys
Speaking
say...
of Stinger, we're getting a Stinger.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
We just got allocation today.
What
I
is
don't
it?
know what it is yet.
Oh,
we
okay.
haven't gotten the VIN number.
Oh.
Jeff wants to know what podcast Pat listens to on the way to work, and for comparison, what Gabby listens to on the way to work.
So I listen to music, not podcasts
Okay.
usually.
What genre?
I listen to every genre, but lately it's been a lot of grunge music. That's why I'm always so
I'm
happy.
almost the same.
You say you're almost the same?
Yeah, no.
No.
I listen to a podcast called The Ramsey Show, and it's these guys talk to people and teach them how to manage their money. And I don't know, I just kind of got into it.
We're on very different wavelengths.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see. Hi, everyone. Remember to hit the like button. Yes, please do. Please do. I think we're running higher on our time as well.
Why Hyundai and Kia cars don't get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to this date? That's sort of a deal breaker. Okay, so tomorrow we're starting to film. We bought a couple wireless adapters, and Gabby and I are going to make a recommendation on those. And the small screens, as you know, there's wireless CarPlay. The big screens don't. I've given you guys my opinion on that. I think it's due to the safety features being in the screen, and that there may be a conflict if you have a different provider if something bad happens. And so that's why I think so. But anyways, it's just one guy's opinion.
One guy's opinion. How many baguettes do you eat?
I'm kind of carb free right now. I'm trying to lose the Christmas weight.
Boring. As many as I can get. What's the best poutine in Ontario? I don't know. I haven't been to that many poutine places. I want to say Smokes Poutine just because it's a poutine place, but this is probably much better.
I mean, like, I'm glad you're interested in our opinion on that, but we're definitely not experts. So.
I think we should probably wrap it up. It is around the 35-minute mark.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. If you have more questions, we do our best to get to all the comments. Gabby and I both jump on every day and do our best to try and answer stuff and problem solve with you.
Yep.
We appreciate your likes. We appreciate your support.
Yep.
Buy cars from us. We like that too.
Buy cars from us.
Yeah.
I will let you guys know tomorrow's live is going to be quite fun because one of our vehicles, and it's a vehicle we hold near and dear, has been nominated for, or not nominated, they won Car or SUV of the Year.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a little party. And if you guys want to join us, that'll be at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So Friday, the 20th of January.
Okay.
Right? All right. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye, guys.
See you next time.